back again one more time. All right. Oh, what an amazing day this has been. I don't know about you guys, but I had a laundry list of things that I needed to do in between presentations. I didn't get any of them done because I was so engrossed in everything everyone was sharing. Oh my gosh, so many fabulous things, right? Oh, so good. So good. All right, so I'm going to switch the camera over and we are going to get started with this last presentation. I don't think it'll take me long. Hopefully you'll get a moment to yourself and then come back and join us for the Stampin' Social. Is that what we're called? Sketch Social. I'll get it down one of these times. All right, let me switch the video over and we'll get started. All right. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are having a good day. We love it. Yeah, Faux Suede. Okay. So you may have done Faux Suede a million times. I don't know. It's one I haven't done in a long time. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it because I tended to use it in a very specific way, like with soft suede, as I'm showing here, right? But I'm going to show you some alternates, and actually the project we're going to make, I'm totally changing it up. This is my day to go rogue, right? I am going to still use the cottage wreaths, but I'm going to do a Christmas version of this particular card. So I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the camera picks it up so great, but this has got that faux suede appearance to it. Super cool, I think, right? And of course, we bring the design to the inside. Maybe not the sueded part, but we always bring the design to the inside. So this was the one that's in your preliminary PDF. And this background is Mango Melody. And then I've got some soft suede, some white, some Cajun craze, a little copper foil, bringing in some foils there. But we're going to make a different card today. And so again, I'm designing a little bit on the fly. I've got some pieces cut. Hopefully they work together. We're going to use this cottage wreath stamp set, which is so awesome. And the dies. I don't think that this is orderable right now. I did not look today, but last I looked, which was a day or two ago, I don't think you can order these dies until November 7th-ish, maybe. I could be wrong, right? So anyway, hopefully you guys can get your hands on them if you don't have them already. So let's start with our, I know, right? Fresh freesia. What am I doing? Crazy. Bringing in fresh freesia. So I'm going to start with a piece of fresh freesia cardstock, and we're going to do our sueded technique first, right? So like Anne-Marie, and I promise we did not discuss this ahead of time. I had no idea. So I'm using a sanding block. So just like she showed, you can use any sanding you have. Sandpaper, a sanding block, whatever will work. You want something with a little bit of grit because you want to remove the surface and add texture to this. I actually have, at one point in time, we sold these fabulous sanding blocks. So I still have mine, so I'm going to use it. Now this is a little bit messy. From the perspective of I'm gonna make a lot of hairy mess because I'm literally taking away the top of this cardstock. Actually, let me go get a bigger piece of scrap. I think I should be pulling in grid paper, but it's buried somewhere. So here's another scrap. I'm not even going to show you what's on the other side. It's some printed flyer, I'm sure, just to give me a little more workspace here because I am going to make a little bit of a mess. Now I do want to put some pressure into this, right? I want to really rough up and kind of make this cardstock fuzzy. Sorry for the shaking. Just gonna have a little fun here while we add this texture. Can you see how that's all roughed up? You can see like the fibers pulling up. Little debris on there. To me, the more you've got going on, the better this texture works. So all that little bits of extra cardstock you can pull off. Now, if you want even more texture, I did not do this in any of my samples, but you could totally crumple this paper and then do this as well. And I think it would add just yet another layer. But you know, I'm not like some of the others. They like to like play with techniques. I do one, and when it works out, I'm done, right? It's just my personality. I know, not as fun, is it? All right, so we'll scoop up all our junk, our fibers from our cardstock. So now I have this lovely textured layer. And I really hope that you guys can see all that fabulous texture. I don't know, it doesn't look like my light is all that great. Is it? Can you guys see it? I sure hope so. All right, next I'm going to bring in a blending brush and my Fresh Freesia stamp pad. So I want to just add some ink to the surface randomly, right? So it's okay to have some darks and some lights because that, remember, suede kind of looks like that, right? Kind of fun in this color. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Kind of cool, right? You've got your darks and your lights. I think it's kind of fun. Definitely not going traditional on this. All right, so that's the hard part of what we're doing. I don't know that it's hard, but you know, that's the big thing. And then I'm going to adhere this to a Fresh Freesia layer. So on some of my samples, I use the same color as I layered, and in some of the samples I did not. I changed the color, but I think it adds a nice frame to it, right? So we've got that going on. Okay, I used shimmery white for my card base. Love shimmery white. And I've got a top fold. So when I do portrait cards, and I had to laugh because I was like, oh, how can I make this one landscape? Yeah, this one, I couldn't get my head about that. So it is portrait. It's going to stay portrait. I'm leaving it at that. But I like it when I do portrait for the top fold as well. Granted, I do like a side fold. So portrait for me can go either way. When I do landscape, I'm not the hugest fan of it this way. I actually like a top fold on landscape. I don't know why. And maybe I'll change my mind, right? Because I've seen some fabulous projects that have it that way. So maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about yet, which is a high probability, right? All right, so this layer is going to pop up, and I really want this tone on tone, just this little detail on the side. I did this on all of them. So what I'm going to do, see if I can find it, is find a few little dimensionals here, just on the edge here. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to this layer. That way I know I've got my placement the way I want it. So I'm just going to want it kind of peeking out a little bit from the edge. So now I can go ahead and put dimensionals on the rest of it. And I'm going to use that dreaded liquid glue. Wow. You guys are so funny. I am not a fan of liquid glue. Never do I like it, but sometimes it has its place. So we're going to pull it in. I didn't have to touch anything and get sticky. That's the big deal. Yeah, I think everyone else loves the liquid glue but me. It's okay. I don't have a problem with it. All right, so I'm somewhat centering that. It is a little bit higher up here than there, slightly from what I just did. Doesn't mean that that's necessarily how I intended to do it, but that's how it ended up today. Now I've prepped all my pieces on the last presentation. I want you guys to have a moment to yourselves and to be able to prep for, if you want to, take a break, prep and come back and join us for the sketch social. So my next piece I've got here is a piece of Blackberry Bliss. I love the rich purple colors. Actually, I love purple in general, like Melissa, we're kin there, but it's really, really nice when it's a rich color. And I used that wintry embossing folder and added some nice texture to this. So I'm going to adhere this right down with my Stampin' Seal. Okay. And I'm kind of placing it somewhat centered across the layers at the bottom of that scallop. Leave it just a bit down at the bottom. Just, I love all this texture. All right. Next, I have a shimmery white circle. Ooh, I love the shimmery white. Let's bring in a foam pad. I think it works best with this particular stamp set. We'll bring in our foam pad. And then I'm going to ink up this leafy wreath with mint macaron. Macaroon, however you want to say it, macaron. All right, so I'm going to ink that up really good. Sorry for the shaking. And then I want to add a second color. So I want to add a little more depth to it. So I'm going to bring in some shaded spruce and I'm going to use a sponge dauber. And I'm just going to randomly add some shaded spruce right to my stamp, right? How fun is that? Do you guys do this to get multiple image colors? Multiple colors on your image? Blah. All right, I'm going to push that down. Ooh, do you like? I like it. I think it turned out good. Oh yeah, green, yeah, the greens with the purples, yes, 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 love those together. All right, so I've got my fabulous wreath. Let's go ahead and put this down, and I think I'm going to do this one flat. So I'm dealing with a circle, so this, I do pull out liquid glue for this. I know. Little liquid glue. Oh, I got a blob in there. Good thing it's in the middle, it would ooze. Thinking I want my wreath to be, how about that? And again, I like crossing these layers. So I've got a little bit hanging off the edge, a little bit down on that banner there. And we'll wait 45 minutes for this to dry, right? Just kidding. So this was die cut with the stylish shapes, right? We've talked about stylish shapes all day. If you don't have these, you need to have these. We all love them. I bet you guys all have them. Bet you do, bet you do. All right, I'm gonna pull in my banner, also cut with the stylish shapes, and we'll pop that up. And this is also in the shimmery white, because this one's not, because I'm making it up now, it is not in your tutorial, right? Because we're coming up with our design as we go. You know, I prepped some parts, but I had not made this card, so it may not turn out so great. We'll find out. Hopefully it looks fine, but we'll see. About that. I'm going to go there. Next, I want to add a little bow. Oh yeah, you think you're going to convert me to liquid glue? Nope, 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 nope. I'm a stamp and seal girl. I love stamp and seal. I love how well it adheres. I love that my hands don't get sticky when I use it. There's just so many things about stamp and seal I like. So, all right, so we're going to put a bow down next. Now we could pop this up because I think that would look really cute. Yeah, I'm doing it. Popping it up. Couple dimensionals, why not? Now, you guys don't have to go as crazy as I do with the height if you actually want to mail your cards. I think this one still might be mailable, as long as it doesn't get over 1/4 of an inch, right? Is that 1/4 of an inch? Maybe a little, but they flatten, right? They smush down a little bit. Okay, so let's add a little bling to the front. Let's see, what do I have? I pulled in my opal rounds again. I'm liking these today. They're just my favorite right this second, because they're like a rhinestone with some sparkly color. I did pull rhinestones as well, but I think I'm just going to use these because they're fun. And we'll pull in this fresh freesia. Let's just add on a sprinkling of little, maybe we'll do little groupings of 3. Very non-traditional colors for Christmas, right? I might use all of these. Put 3 there. Let's put 3 here. It's a little more subtle than I was hoping it would be. I was hoping that these would show up a little bit more, but they're kind of cool. What do you guys think? Like it? Don't like it? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. Almost like I need something more, but I don't know what else I should need. That shimmery background is pretty, really pretty. It's pretty nice. All right, so let's move to the inside. We've got to bring our design to the inside. So I've got another piece that I have embossed of the Blackberry Bliss. A little Stampin' Snow on the back, and add this. Now you could stamp some more on the inside. I did not. And then we'll layer this on our fresh freesia. And then we'll add that in the inside. And then we are done with this one. So very non-traditional, but I think very wintry looking, right? Very, very fun with these different color combinations. I love the multiple colors with the greens there. you know, we could have done a green card. I looked at that, but it seemed too green, right? I don't know. That's kind of weird, I guess. Melissa is a green gal. I am not a green gal. I love green mixed in with other things, but it is not a go-to for me for a base card. So, all right, I hope you guys like that. All right, so let me take you through my alternate. So we've made a Christmas card. We have our fall version, which we already talked about. And then, of course, I brought in, love this. This is that celebrations tag dies. Anyway, tag celebrations. There we go. It's in the mini. So you've got the little mittens and several other little elements. Love, love, love that stamp set. And now here I sanded basic white cardstock and then used smoky slate to add the variation in color to make it look sueded. It was okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. And then I used vellum for this little tab over here and this circle, and then a little twine, a little Be Jolly. And then I think I used the trees for all seasons. Yes, trees for all seasons is in my mind to stamp those little stars. And then of course we brought the design to the inside. So this is the one I changed the colors. I thought this was an unusual color combination for Christmas, but I really kind of liked it. So that's Melon Mambo, Garden Green, and Pool Party. Fun, right? All right, then let's move on to a little happy card. So this could be a birthday or a wedding, anniversary, and you really see the sueded effect is really nice on this navy. I hope you guys can see that. So gorgeous, so gorgeous. So basic white card, again, same layout. We've pulled in flowers that we've cut right out of the, I'm going to say this wrong as well, Hues of Happiness, designer series paper. We've got a little Pool Party sheer ribbon. Some of these are the, oh, I've got a cheat list, but they are called, let me find in the mini, they're in the mini. They're the adhesive back sequins and gems on page 19 of the mini catalog. They're really, really nice. But they really just tied all those colors together. So very, very pretty. And then we've pulled this to the inside as well. So wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. So many occasions that you could use that for. So I love that one. Love the richness of it. Yeah, I think the suede is more noticeable on the darker colors as well. And then this, do I have one more after this or is this it? I think this is my last one. So this is my last one. So this is Mary Merlot, and you can see the sueded background in that, hopefully. And it's on a white card base. And then fun to bring in that graceful tile stamp set, and then pulled in some hearts from that Celebrations tags dies, and then a little sentiment there. Cute. And I like that. That's a fun color combination with that Mossy Meadow, Mary Merlot, and polished pink, right? And then brought that design to the inside. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and look, there's some Stella on that baby heart. Very subtle on that one. I didn't put on the big one. Nice. I love it. So it gives you, so you can use this same layout and this same design in multiple colors, you know, because when I first did it the first time, I hear faux suede and I go to soft suede on the color, right? But you can really do it in any color. And again, the white is my least favorite. I don't think you get the impact that you get on the darker colors. I do like this fresh freesia. I think it's kind of cool, but my favorites are these darker colors. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. Yes. I'm in and out in 20 minutes. Yeah. Too funny, too funny, too funny. Oh yeah, you guys like it? Yeah, this color combination is really striking. I love how that navy played out with that sueded technique. You know, there's other ways that you can do faux suede, but I wanted to stay with the sanding technique and not go too crazy. So hopefully you guys hopefully this is something you'll give a try, right? All right, perfect. I'm gonna let you guys go. You have Melissa's going to jump on here in just a moment and give us our closing ceremony, right? Like we got to end the Olympics. So she's going to jump in and give us our closing ceremony. And then we will meet you guys back here at 5. Go to the bathroom. Hopefully you'll have a few minutes for that. And come back and we're going to join for the Stamp and Social. So exciting. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.